Three things never come back: a time, word, and opportunity. So don't waste time, choose your words carefully and don't miss opportunities. If they talk bad about you behind your back, it means you are ahead of them. We have two lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. The fault of men is to neglect their own responsibilities, to criticize those of others. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. When embarking on a revenge, dig 2 graves. There are 1,000 lessons in defeat, but only one in victory. If you are depressed, you live in the past. If you are anxious, you live in the future. If you are at peace, you live in the present. We try harder to convince others that we are happy than to actually be happy. A healthy man wants 1,000 things, and one patient, just one. He works on clearing his thoughts, for without bad thoughts, there will be no bad actions. Those who say it can and those who say it can't are both correct. Learn as if you are constantly searching for knowledge and always afraid of losing what you already know. Don't criticize your neighbor's roof for having a lot of snow when your own door isn't clean. If you hate it, you have already been defeated. It is more shameful to distrust your friends than to be deceived by them. Appear weak when you are strong and strong when you are weak. Whoever praises is an enemy, who points out flaws, a true friend. Seeing what is right and not doing it is the worst cowardice. What the caterpillar calls the end, the world calls the butterfly. Anyone who tries to follow 2 paths at the same time will get nowhere. Anyone who is satisfied with what they have is truly rich. The noble man uses things, the inferior man is used by them. A leader leads by example, not by force. Even the best sword rusts when immersed in salt water. Human nature is evil, kindness is the result of conscious effort. In the midst of chaos, there are opportunities. When anger arises, think about the consequences. If you know the enemy and yourself, you need not fear the outcome of 100 battles. If you know yourself, but not the enemy, for every victory you will suffer a defeat. If you know neither the enemy nor yourself, you will lose every battle. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. Opportunities multiply when they are taken advantage of. Get rid of the desire to have. The funniest people are the saddest. When I stop being what I am, I become what I could be. Whoever moves mountains starts by carrying small stones. Whoever wishes to fight must first calculate the cost. The weak overcomes the strong and the rigid. Be extremely subtle to the point of invisibility, extremely mysterious to the point of silence. So you can direct the opponent's destiny. True words are not pleasant, pleasant words are not true. The ancients considered an intelligent fighter not one who just wins, but one who excels at winning with ease. Live for the praise of others and you will become their prisoner. In ancient times, talking a lot was seen as a shame if you didn't keep your words. You have to believe in yourself. Nothing is softer and more flexible than water, but it is difficult to resist. Whoever has all the answers hasn't asked all the questions. If the mind is willing, the body can endure many things. Watch your thoughts as they become words. Watch your words as they become actions. Watch your actions as they become habits. Watch your habits as they become character. Watch your character, for it becomes destiny. Big results can be achieved with small forces. The wise man avoids all extremes. Great is the man who has not lost his childish heart. We take advice in drops, but we distribute it in buckets. Consider and deliberate before making a decision. When people know too much, it is difficult to manage them. If what you have to say is no better than silence, then remain silent. Supreme excellence is not in winning every battle, but in defeating the enemy without ever fighting. Nature is in no hurry, but everything comes true. What you don't want done to you, don't do to others. The wheels of justice turn slowly, but they grind finely. Man begins to die from birth. Study the past if you want to define the future. Choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. Plan what is difficult while it is easy, and do it big while it's small. Those who talk too much often fail. Life is really simple, but we insist on complicating it. If he sends reinforcements everywhere, he will be weak everywhere. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Do not resist them, as this only brings sadness. Let reality be reality and allow things to take their natural course. Think about tomorrow, and the past cannot be fixed. An enemy is just a friend who knows too much about you. Victory over others gives strength, but victory over oneself gives love and virtue. Disorder arises from order. Give a man a bowl of rice and you will feed him for a day. Teach him how to grow his own rice and you will save his life. Disorder comes from order, fear from courage, weakness from strength. Don't look for it, otherwise you will miss it, and don't look and you will find. It doesn't matter how slow you go, as long as you don't stop. The skilled artist does not change his measurements because of an inexperienced worker. Be careful with sugar mixed with poison, and beware of the fly that landed on a dead snake. A man dies easily because he has a strong will to live. Those who do not know the evils of war cannot appreciate its benefits. Time is a creation, and saying I don't have time is like saying I don't want to. A noble person blames himself, while an insignificant person blames others. Just as water does not retain a constant form, in war there are no constant conditions. Fill your bowl to the brim and it will overflow, and keep sharpening your knife and it will become dull. Friends are the brothers that God never gave us. It is better to light a small candle than to curse the darkness. Every animal with blood in its veins and horns on its head will fight when attacked. Those who know and pretend not to know are at the top, and whoever doesn't know and pretends to know is sick. Tell me and I will forget, show me and I will remember, involve me and I will understand. Worry about what others think and you will always be their prisoner. Doing something is like digging a well. You can dig a well 70 feet deep, but if you don't find any water, it's just an abandoned well. Even a loss can turn into a profit, and a profit can turn into a loss. The feeling of right and wrong is the beginning of wisdom. There is no greater crime than having many desires, there is no greater disaster than not being happy. Attack the evil within yourself, instead of attacking the evil in others. Be mindful of your thoughts as they become actions. Complaining about something unpleasant is doubling down on evil, to laugh at it is to destroy it. You can always rise above those who offend you by forgiving them. We can learn wisdom by three methods: first, by reflection, which is the noblest, and second, by imitation, which is the easiest, and thirdly, by experience, which is the most bitter. The truth is not always beautiful, nor do beautiful words always contain the truth. People are distressed by their inability to do it, but the problem is simply that they don't do it. You are controlled by what makes you angry. Be content with what you have, and rejoice in the way things are. When you realize that you lack nothing, the whole world will belong to you. Roads were made for journeys, not destinations. Never say never, because the days go by quickly and nothing stays the same. Your life is shaped by your thoughts. Winning by losing and losing by winning are parts of life. No matter how busy you think you are, you must find time to read or surrender to self-imposed ignorance. When I free myself from who I am, I become who I can be. Happiness is being understood, a great happiness is to be loved, a true happiness is loving. Temperance is the first step of virtue, which is the beginning of moral perfection. Sometimes we see a lot, but we don't notice the main thing. The snow goose does not need to bathe to be white, likewise, you don't have to do anything other than be yourself. The wise man is the one who knows what he does not know. Respect yourself and others will respect you. If you lack faith, then existence does not believe in you. What is bad for one person at one time becomes good at another time for someone else. I have only three things to teach: simplicity, patience and compassion. These three are your greatest treasures. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. The way is near, but men seek it far away. He is in easy things, but men seek him in difficult things. New beginnings are disguised as painful endings. Forget insults, never forget kindness. The desireless soul sees what is hidden, and the ever-desiring soul sees only what it wants. Beauty is in everything. The path of truth is like a great highway, but not everyone can see it. The path of truth is like a great highway. It is not difficult to know evil, it is just that men do not seek it. A man should not be shameless, for the shame of being shameless is true shamelessness. Be flexible and you will remain straight, be empty and you will remain complete, is worn out and will remain new. The man who chases 2 rabbits catches none. Health is the greatest possession, and contentment is the greatest treasure, and trust is the greatest friend. A mountain trail, if used, becomes a path in a short time, but if not used, it becomes blocked by grass quickly. It is easy to hate and difficult to love, that's how the whole scheme of things works. Good things are hard to get and bad things are easy to get. The most moral people do not consider themselves moral, therefore they have the greatest morality. If you make a mistake and don't correct it, it's called a mistake. A wise man who wants to be above people puts himself below them, and wanting to be ahead of them, he stays behind. The one who offends you takes your negative energy and gives you his positive energy. What is a good man but a bad man's teacher? What is a bad man but the work of a good man? Learn as if you are not achieving your goal and as if you are afraid of losing it. If you are alone for a long time, you will soon accept loneliness. You will never know your potential if you are afraid of being alone. You can't trust a man who has nothing to lose. Choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life.